Hello. How is everybody out there today? I hope you're doing. Oh man, just bang right into the desk. Why don't I? The desk is there. Oh Lord. Oh goodness. Hope you're doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna work on a little project today. Yes, we are, and it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little different. Because we're starting from the end and then we're going back to the beginning. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay. I'm just going to wait for a few people to be here because, hello, Sherry. Well, there's one. That's not a few yet, but there's one. Hi, Sherry. Oh, boy. Oh, goodness. Today has been a run around kind of day. Again, a little bit running around. Hello, Michelle. Michelle and Sherry. Now we got a couple. There's a couple right there. There we go. All right. So we're working on these fingerless gloves. And they're the Autumn Poppy gloves. They are by Cozy Rosie Crochet. She did hi Dawn. She did an event with, not an event, she did a collaboration with a hand-dyed yarn creator. And she took that yarn and she created some projects. I think there's an ear warmer, these gloves, and maybe a cowl or a hat. There's a hat. Now there's a hat. So it's not an ear warmer. I don't know. There's a hat. Anyhow, and then there's these fingerless gloves. So I started the fingerless gloves. It's been like my car project. I've been taking with me, riding in the car because it's small. It's easy. Well, easy. It's easy to transport. Let's put it that way. It was not easy until I actually learned what is going on here. And I've learned what the different rows are, and I had to work with it for a minute. Oh, Michelle made fudge today. Michelle. Chocolate or peanut butter? Because I am a peanut butter fudge lover, just so you know. I mean, I'll eat chocolate, but peanut butter is my favorite. So I've gotten this panel done. Okay, so this is for one glove. I got one glove here. And it's ready to be sewn up. It said to go just a little bit wider, but I'm like, no, this yarn is really stretchy. And I'm like, I don't want to do another row. I think this will be just perfect. So we're ready to sew this up, but we also need to make a thumb or a thumb hole. Okay, so we got to do a little work on this before we can sew it up. Here's my tail end. Here's my needle. Here's some stitch markers because we have to leave a space for the hole. Did that make any sense? No. We need to leave a hole for the thumb. Duh. Hello, Kathy. How is Kathy doing? So here's what we need to do. It says, counting from the short ribbed side. So there's ribbing on both sides. There's ribbing here. This is just a little bit of ribbing. This is for your finger part, right? And this is longer ribbing over here. Hello, Karen. So starting from the short side, okay? It says to mark, first of all, we're going to join in the seam. Oh, no, sorry. I jumped right to the thumb. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Don't jump to the thumb. We're not doing that yet. We're going to count down from the short side. Now there's little, okay, let's see if you can even tell. This yarn is so variegated. It's hard to tell, but they're little, okay, maybe if I show it to you this way. They're like little scallops almost. These are like a single crochet, chain one, double crochet. And she calls them wattles. There's 8 wattles across. You can kind of see how they kind of boop, 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 like a little shell. She calls them wattles. There's 8 of them. And so this is the short side. Now I need to make sure I am on the wrong side facing. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Right side, wrong side, they don't look much different to me. You know what I'm saying? However, I will say, if I started here, this is my right side, this is my wrong side. Okay. Wrong side facing. Okay. So, we need to count down from the short side, which is here. Count down, place your first stitch marker in chain 1 space of the third waddle. So we got to count down to our third one. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And we need to find the chain 1 space. I told you there's a chain 1 here. So there's our chain 1 space on our 1, 2, 3 waddle. 3 waddles down. Waddle, waddle, waddle. We're waddling today. All right. Then it says to skip 2 waddle stitches. All right. So skip 2. So we're going to skip 1, 2. And then we're going to place a marker between the waddle stitches. So not in the chain 1, but between. So like right here. So this is basically our thumb hole right there. Now that's going to matter, I'm certain, when we come back and do just a little small, it's like just a few rounds, 5 rounds of a thumb. Okay, we're just getting a little thumb. All right, so our markers are placed. Now, beginning at the long end, which perfect because there's our tail end, right? Here's our tail. So we're going to start at the long end. Now we still got the wrong side facing. So we want to keep our wrong side facing. So we're going to flip it like this. Now that's the wrong side. Okay. All right. Beginning at the longer ribbed edge where you fastened off, thread the long tail end of the needle and whip stitch the edges together to the first marker. All right. We can do that. That does not seem too difficult. So we're just going to sew this together. All right. That's why we want the wrong side facing, because we want this seam to be inside. So we're just going back and forth, back and forth. These have they have actual stitches on the edge. So it's easy to go through the stitches, right? And we're going to go down until we get to the marker. Now here, we're going into a waddle on the one side, but like I said, each waddle is like 3 stitches. It's a double, single, chain, double, or double, chain, single. No, I think it's single, chain, double. It's been a minute since I worked on this, okay? I've been saving it for you guys so you can see how we're doing this. So we're just sewing, sewing, sewing until we get to this marker, which we're almost there. These aren't very big, so it's not going to take us very long. All right, couple more little stitches here, and we will be there. All right, I think we're there. We are there. Okay, we're there. Now, I'm assuming we're going to skip this hole. All right. Leave the stitches between your markers unjoined. There you go. So now I want to make sure this is lined up pretty good over here. Now we're going to skip that and we're going to go over here, leaving this hole. We're leaving a hole. That's a big old, look, see, we got a big old thread coming through there. All right. How are you ladies? While I'm sewing, we can chat. Besides making fudge, what's anybody else up to today? I started out my morning with an ultrasound on my arm, shoulder, etc. That was fun. I mean, you know, ultrasounds are totally painless. However, I will say this. Some of the ways that she was having me hold my arm or move my arm, I was like, oh, I feel that. Okay, yep, I feel that. You know? And she was quite thorough. she ultrasounded and ultrasounded and ultrasounded. And I'm like, okay. And then she went and she had the doctor look at what she'd done to make sure that, he didn't need anything else. Not my doctor, but, the doctor at the imaging place. He was going to look at it. He was going to see what he saw. He's going to forward that on to the orthopedic doctor. I have an appointment with them on the 1st. See if they found anything. Minky? Hello, Minky. I saw Sherry say, hi, Minky. And I'm like, wait, it's Mindy. Sherry, Mindy. It's Mindy. And then I look up and I'm like, oh, no, there's a Minky. Well, hello. Okay, so we are back. I'm going to go through this last stitch here like a couple times. I'm going to go around and I'm going to come back through it again because I think, right here at your wrist and it's the end, it's going to get a little more wear and tear. So we're going to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I'm just going to run this up here a little bit to hide my end. Slide it right up here, like right through right beside the seam. And then we'll fasten this off. And then we got a spot for our thumb. Look at how hard was that, right? Not hard at all. There we go. All right, now we get to make the thumb. Now we make a little thumb. And it's a little short little thumb. It's not a big long thumb, just a little bit of thumb. Okay, now this is some yarn that I had used to make ornaments with. I made one ornament. Let me just say, I made one ornament. Okay, and then I have the whole thing left. I thought a pair of fingerless gloves would use up a little bit more, but it's not using up much yarn. So I'm going to have a lot of this yarn left. I don't know what else I'm going to make with it, but I need to find something to use up the yarn. Okay, now with the right side facing. Okay, so now we got to turn this inside out or right side out. I got to turn it right side out now. Okay, with these stitch markers in there. All right, turn it the other way. Here, where's my stitch markers? Right here and right here. Okay, there we go. Now, I got a loop on my hook. Hello, Emma. How's Emma? Join in seam of bottom of the thumb opening. Bottom of the thumb opening. Bottom. This is the top. The short side is the top. Long side is the bottom. So the bottom of the seam. Yep. Okay, we're going to join in down here where we have this stitch marker. Yep, fingerless glove with a little thumb, a small thumb. All right, so we're going to join right in here where this stitch marker is. All right, so we can take that out so we can get in there. We're going to join right in there. And we are going to chain one. So I'm joining with a slip stitch and I'm chaining one. Okay, that's not too hard. Single crochet in the same stitch as the chain one. And then 5 single crochets around. Okay, we're going around. I see what we're doing. Okay, so I don't want to go through both sides here. Let me go back. I don't want to go through both sides. We're going to go around. Of course, we're going to go around, Mindy. We're making a thumb hole. Okay, so join here. And do 1 single crochet in that stitch. How many stitches do I want to have all the way around? That's the question. 12. 5 and 5. Okay, that's 10. Where do we get 12? 5 evenly around to the seam. Oh, then do 1 in the top seam, 1 in the bottom seam. Okay, so as long as we end up with 12 all the way around. Fingerless, yes, no fingers. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're to our marker. That's our, like where our seam was. And so that'll be 6. Put it right in there. Just make sure we got 12, right? And then 7. Come down the other side now. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on, go through here, right? No, it's not wanting to. 11 and 12 right down here at the bottom. All right. Now we have got 12 stitches around, 12 single crochets around, and we have a hole. Look, we have a hole. Okay. Now, my guess is we're probably going to do this waddle pattern, but let's see. Okay, join. Oh, I got to join to the first stitch. Hang on. Let's go over here, and we're going to join to the first stitch I'm in. Hang on. Okay, we are joined. Alrighty. Now, half double in the same stitch. Oh, we got chain 1 first. Chain 1, half double in that stitch. Half double in the next 2 stitches. And then single crochet in the next 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 6. Then we do a half double in the last 3 stitches. Okay. So we should have 3 stitches. And they're right down here at the base of the thumb. There is 1. I got a tail end in my way. It's bugging me. And a 2 and a 3. Okay, what do we do after that? Do we join? Yep, then we join to our first stitch. Okay, there we be. All right, now chain 1 and single crochet in that stitch and every stitch around. Okay, so we just went 12 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're around the bottom again here. 11, and the tail is just right in my way. And 12. And then we join to the next stitch, chain 1, and do 12 singles again, including that stitch that we're in. So it's just a couple rows of single crochets around. So there's not a lot of space to work here, folks. Not a lot of space. I feel like I'm doing amigurumi. Little tiny little spaces like this. We're at 8. We're getting there. That tail has got to go though. 9, 10, 11. Okay, come on. 12. And then join to that first stitch and pull your tail through and fasten it off. And that is our thumb. Good. It's just a short little thumb. Not much thumb at all. And I'll try it on for you here in a second. We'll see if it fits. This yarn is real stretchy. I would be super surprised if it does not fit. Okay? So, here we go. There it is. Look at that. Ta-da! There is one fingerless glove right there. Okay? It's interesting having that like actual little mini thumb there. The only other pair of fingerless gloves I ever made just had an opening and you just stuck your hand through it, you know? So, yeah, interesting. It's a whole different feel having that hug your thumb like that. But there you go. All right, I'm ready to go out in the wintertime. Here we go. It's cute, right? I know, it's cute. I love how the yarn just made this pretty pattern. You know what I'm saying? There. And there's, like I said, there's a little short ribbing here. It's kind of hard to see it. This one's easier to see, the longer ribbing up here at your wrist. So, done. One glove. There we go. Except for weaving in my two little ends there. And, oh, I got a end for my seam as well. Okay. Now, you know I cannot crochet with that on, so I got to take it off. You got to pull it off from the thumb, too, to get it off your thumb first. And then that's what it looks like with the little thumb right there. Little thumb. All right. So, that's that. One is done. One is done. And so then I thought, okay, we'll just work backwards since that one's almost finished and I need to have my yarn available here. We'll go backwards and we'll finish that one and then we'll start a new one. And I'll show you how to start the new one. Okay? Oh, last thing on the pattern says, repeat for other glove. Just in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know that you should make two. But you know, it's a thing. I hear people talk about it, knitters especially, like knitters that are knitting a sweater and get one sleeve done and don't want to do the next sleeve. Oh, nice. You got some coral colored ones. And I still have the 3 hanks of yarn that I hanked up to make, I made one ornament out of each one. And I still have it. I'm thinking, I have a show tomorrow, a craft show. If the ornaments are of interest at all, I've got just 3 different colors. And if any of them sell, I could make a couple more. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens tomorrow. Anyhow. I am not one of those people that makes like 12 of anything. It's just, I mean, I should make a big sign that just says, one of a kind, because I have one candy cane, I have one snowman, I have one this, one that. I mean, I'm a one-man show. That'd be kind of an interesting marketing. One of a kind. You know how people feel about one of a kinds. There isn't another one. Just might be a good little marketing ploy. What do you think? All right, to start off our glove, we have to chain 30. So I'm going to have to, count for a minute. So I'm going to have to be quiet. I can count to like 5, and then I have to be quiet. 10. At least it's only 30. Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot something. I'm going to redo this because I forgot I have to do this chain really loose. My thing curved so badly the first time. So, I'm sorry. I got like a little hangnail, a little piece of skin on my thumb, and it keeps getting caught on my yarn. So what am I doing? Trying to bite it off, of course, right? Okay, 1. Let's make this loose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to turn you guys just a little bit. Are they holding up for you good? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, I made them nice and loose. All right, next row. What do? We start right off with a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Okay. And the next 4. So this is the short ribbing. I warned. Okay, this is the short ribbing. Short ribbing is 5 stitches long. So now we single crochet in the next 4. We're starting right off with our ribbing here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that gives us 5 single crochets. Hi, what's up?
Need a survey of the property.
Oh, gee, really? Oh, God. Okay.
She says she owns the berry patch, our berry patch.
What?
That's on our property.
The box?
Yeah.
No.
No.
We own over to the phone pole. Or the utility pole or whatever. Okay. Yep. I had a feeling she was over here questioning what you were doing.
Yep.
I
Well,
saw
Bob's allergic to feathers, so I figured I'd take care of that for you.
our neighbor.
Where that's at?
I have no idea.
Where the survey is at?
I don't know. All right. So after that, I missed where I'm at now. We start right out with the waddle, where we single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then we skip a stitch, and we single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Well, they're called waddles. I don't know why they're called waddles, but they're called waddles. Skip, single crochet, chain 1, double. Single crochet, chain 1, double. And we have 8 waddles. We should have, I believe, 7 stitches left at that end. It's getting all weird. I guess it's not so bad. Okay. That's all right. Skip a stitch, single crochet. This might be the last one. Double crochet. Let's see if we have 8. We have 8 waddles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we do. Okay. Now, do we skip a stitch and then do, I think we're going to do 7 single crochets or 8? Yep, we skip one more. Wait, to the last 8. Single crochet in the last 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we skip one. Okay, then do 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, there. That's what we have. So here is our short ribbing at this end. Short ribbing is only 5 stitches. And this one is, I thought it was going to be 7. I think it still is going to be 7 at the end. We just did 8, but I think it's going to be 7 when we start doing the repeat back and forth. Okay, so row 2, chain 1, doesn't count as a stitch. Now here's what I need to remember is one row you're doing half doubles for the ribbing at both ends, and the next row you're doing single crochet ribbing. That was getting me mixed up. Half doubles both ends, and then the next round is singles both ends. It was confusing me. Okay, so now we do a half double in our first stitch, and I bet we're gonna do in the back loop, we're gonna back loop half double in the next 7. Okay, maybe this is 8 every time. There's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, all in the back loop. And that's how it makes your little ridge there to make your ribbing. Okay, now we skip the next double crochet and there's a little space there for our chain 1. You can feel it. You can stick your finger and you feel it. So we do single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And we do that in each of these little bobbles. It's actually easier to feel them than it is to see them with this variegated yarn. So I just kind of reach over and I feel where the space is. Do a single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. It's very quick. I kept messing it up. Honestly, I kept messing it up and I kept looking at the pattern and I'm like, no. Because one row you start with 4 stitches. The next time when you turn, you're starting with 8 stitches because you got your different lengths of ribbing. It would have been easier if it was just all the same ribbing. You know what I mean? Either do all short ribbing or do all longer ribbing. Just, And then one of these, you start to do 2 together, and that was confusing. Like, why are we doing 2 together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I got one more left here. Yep, I'm on track. I think it's this end. No, I think it's the end with the 7. We do 2 together on the other end when we come back. Let's see if I'm right. No, this is the end we do the 2 together. Okay, it's the short end. So now we half double 2 together in the back loop. I do in the back loop and do 2 half double 2 together. And then we do half double 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then in the last stitch, you just go through both loops. So that's 5 stitches, right? The 2 together, the 3 in the back loop, and 1 in both loops is still 5 stitches for that ribbing. All right, it's 5 stitches. It's just the half doubles together. So 2 stitches together. All right, now we turn and chain 1, single crochet. Now our ribbing is going to be single crochets every time. So now we single crochet in the first one, and then single crochet in the back loop in the next 4. So we're going to do a single crochet in that 2 together. So there's 3 stitches, 4 stitches, and this is the 2 together. So I got 5 single crochets. All right, you with me? I know. Are you paying attention? All right. And then we start our waddles. We skip the first double crochet. There's double crochet, and we go right into the first waddle. Waddle, waddle. Here we go again. once I did it several times and messed up a few times, then I was like, oh, okay, all right, I get it now. And then it was smooth sailing, but it took me a hot minute. I just kept doing it wrong. Like I would do 4 stitches and then I would think, wait, why am I starting with 7 stitches? I don't know. I just was messing it up. That's all I got. All right. So before I went live, I saw Dale was out by our little berry boxes out there. And he's playing with fencing. I think he was going to fence the rest of the way to the road or something. I don't know what he's doing. Anyhow, I looked out and I was like, oh, he's out there talking to somebody. And I realized it's the neighbor lady. So I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going on out there. And they're doing a lot of pointing and this and that and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, weird. Okay, hang on. Let me tell you what we do here. We got our 8 bobbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bobbles. And then we skip the next single. Wait, we're not on. Are we on singles? Aren't we doing half doubles? Or were we doing singles? No, we were doing singles. See, that's what we're doing, singles. You guys, I keep thinking because I'm doing single, double, double, single, double. And then when I get over here, I'm like, I need to do half doubles. No, I'm on singles. Okay, I'm on singles. Oy. All right. Skip the next. Single crochet in the back loop of the next 7. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you go through both loops on the last one. Now we're going to turn and we're going to do half doubles on the way back. All right. We chain 1 and we do a half double in the first one, then half double in the back loop of the next 7. That's where I get the 7. It's the 7 and the 4 in the back loop. Oh. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so anyhow, he's out there and they're pointing and this and that. And I'm like, what is going on? I just had this weird feeling, You get a certain feeling like, So, yeah, apparently she's over there telling him that we're like 4 or 5 feet on her property. I'm like, what? I don't think so. And mind you, okay, so like the woodsy, brushy stuff kind of stops. And we've been mowing right to that because there's a utility pole right there. There's a utility pole. It's right there, okay, where the brush stops. And we've mowed all the way to the brush every time. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't we? That's, the brush stops. That's their property. They never came across and mowed on the other side of the brush. So, and then we built these berry boxes. And those have been out there for, what, 2 or 3 years? She never said a word. She's never said a word. And he's been putting this fence through the pond. I think now that the fence is through the pond, she's like, it's on our part of the pond. Well, it's not. We got a survey from the lady that we bought the property. Well, no. We got the survey from the lady who sold the property originally. It used to be all one big plot through here for many, many acres. And they sold off these 2 plots down here. And they're right in the middle of all the farmers' fields and stuff like that. And she sold off 2 plots. When we bought it, we thought we were purchasing 4 acres. And she brought us down the survey because our realtor and everybody had it listed as 4 acres. And then somebody said, no, it's only 3.5. And we're like, what? No, they sold it as 4. So The old lady who sold the plots originally, she brought us a copy of the survey. So we have a copy of the survey. And there's a stake way back through the brush part, back by the river, way back there. There's a post back there. There's a stake back there that divides the two property lines. I'd like to see him take her butt back there and show her where this post is, right? It's just a small little thing in the ground, but it's back there. It's in the middle of a rock pile. So a rock pile indicates, something. It's in the rock pile. Here's the post. That's the property marker. You follow that straight out to the road. I mean, you can make a line straight out to the road, and it goes right out to the utility pole. The survey also shows utility pole. So I don't know what their problem is. They used to complain about the owner before us. And they've complained about him before and how difficult he was and blah, blah, blah and whatnot. And I'm thinking, maybe it wasn't all him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it really wasn't him. I don't know. So I hope he finds that survey. I mean, we can always get another one, but I hope he finds it and puts it right in her face and is like, hey, look. I'm glad he's dealing with her and not me. I'm happy about that. Glad he's doing it. He's been putting that fence all the way through the brushy stuff to try to keep the chickens away from their property because now her husband is allergic to feathers. Oh, God. I don't know why they feed birds then, right? I'll just say, why do they have a bird feeder if he's allergic to feathers? It's just one thing after another. I don't know. They don't like what we're doing. They're going to complain. I don't know. It could be. Okay, now this is the end that I do the half double two together. What?
I didn't want you to go through all the trouble of putting the fence up and have to move it.
Oh, she said that to you?
Because we've lost a lot of pond. I thought it was half. But
no, she's never owned half the pond.
Mm-mm.
They 3/4.
A third.
Yeah, 3/4 at best if it's full.
That's what it says. We lost a lot of
Did
water.
you show her that?
Yeah, I did.
What'd she say?
I said, I'm going to measure again from Brad's line. So I know where these three are here.
Mm-hmm.
And measure across again. Because I marked it. I put that one marker in.
It's not like you're putting in like a permanent fence even.
I know.
It's just some stakes in the ground. It's not like you're building a
I told her, I said, I was
brick
in there
wall.
and I got into that muck. I go, this is close enough. I'm hoping they don't complain. I said, I just don't want our birds to come over on your property and make Bob all allergic to feathers.
Right. Have they stopped feeding the birds? Have they stopped feeding the birds? They still have a bird feeder?
Oh, no, it's not a bird feeder. They got a deer feeder over there.
Oh, sure.
They say our chickens were over there tearing it up. Oh, you want to see what the deer are doing underneath the trees.
Yeah.
So I went and looked. I went,
no, those are deer prints.
those are not chicken prints.
I haven't seen our chickens over
They
there.
haven't been over there since early in the fall.
Yeah.
They got over there once.
Yeah. I don't see them over there. See, people? See? I'm telling you. It's not like he's putting up a brick wall or anything. It's just like, T-posts. If you know what a T-post is. It's T-posts and like chicken wire. That's all it is. Just. But I think that's the problem. I think in her head, she's like, oh, we own half this pond. It's never half the pond. It has never, ever been half the pond, no matter where you draw the line at. Even if you draw the line after the berry boxes, it's not half the pond. It's not even close to half the pond. She's been, and I know, you know why it's come up, because she's been out there with the grandkid, throwing rocks into the pond.
And their side goes down quick.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is a long, we've lost a lot of water.
So what'd she say after you showed her the survey?
Well, we'll get to that after the holidays and stuff, because they got a drone and they're going to mark it out.
Oh, okay.
She thought she owned 15 feet over this way from the telephone pole.
Oh.
And I proved her wrong.
The survey shows that we own to the phone pole. Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Yep. She wants more pond for that grandkid to throw rocks. We don't want the kids out there throwing rocks in the pond. We don't let our grandkids throw rocks in the pond.
Yeah, just put me a great big ass fence so they can't see shit.
Right through the whole thing.
Right through the whole. They want to fill their part in. It's we're just thinking about filling our part in. I said, well, there you go.
Fill in the pond?
No, their share of the pond.
Why?
It's just a nuisance anyway.
Oh
Because you
my.
know how they used to mow over our property?
Yeah, they stopped doing that a long time
Yeah, they
ago.
stopped doing that.
Yeah. So if you look at where they stopped mowing, that's right in line with where we have our fence.
I know. I know.
So if they own further than that, then he would have mowed. He would have quit mowing further over.
I'm gonna go and measure it again and put a marker out
Okay,
there.
you do that. Take this cat with you though.
No.
Yep, take the kitty girl. Come on, kitty girl.
Puss.
Kitty girl.
Oh, Sonny got a beat down.
Oh, right. You do.
Well, I was looking at that survey, and he jumped up right next to me and knocked over your whole thing there on the counter. The whole thing was with everything with it. And I just slapped him right off the counter.
What thing did he knock down?
That thing
The
was
tiered tray?
Yeah.
Did it all fall on the floor?
No, it fell on me.
Oh,
Fell
you
on
caught
the-
it. Okay.
I caught it just before it all went over, and I spanked his butt off the
All right.
counter.
I'm telling him, get out of there. You're right, Sherry. She needs a hobby. She's retired. She retired a couple years ago, and ever since she's retired, man, she's just, I don't know. She never really said anything to us before. Just don't retire, people. Don't retire unless you got something to do with your life. I just say. All right. So, where am I again now? Where am I again? Oh yeah, the half double, two together in the back loop, and then three half. I'm on half doubles, right? I'm on singles. Am I on half doubles or singles? No, I'm on half doubles. Whenever I do the half double, two together, of course I'm on half doubles. Duh. See? It's hard to remember if I'm on singles or doubles at the ends, you guys. That's the problem I kept having. Okay, now we turn and we do singles. Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm done talking about directions. It's the same until you get to 7.5 inches. Mine was not 7.5. Mine was 7. No more than 7. Because I tried it on, and I wrapped it around my wrist, and I was like, I don't want it any bigger. If it was any bigger, it would be too loose, and it would just be slipping and sliding. I wanted it to be kind of, it's not tight. I'm not tight at all. It's just, it's snug, and it fits. So I like it that way. Now, somebody else might have a much bigger wrist than I do, and would be like, no. I mean, you could make it whatever size you want it to be, right? That's the nice thing about it. And I didn't know that the construction would be like this, you know? I thought it would go in the rounds or something, but no. Fingerless gloves. Sherry, here's one right here. Or Shannon, here's one right here. We finished this one first because I started this one and we finished it up. We sewed it together and added our little thumb, and then we started this one. Isn't it cute though? It's super cute. Look, I'll show you. I'll show you how cute it is. I'll put it on again. Look at it. I keep wanting to put my fingers in holes, but there aren't any finger holes. How cute, right? Love it. Keep your wrist warm, your hand warm. Your fingers will be cold, but hey, you know. Oh, so yeah, crazy neighbor stuff, right? I'm glad Dale took the survey over there and was like, look, here's the survey. And I'm glad he found it. That's the biggest thing. I'm glad he found it. And he found it quickly. Went right over there. I'm like, okay, you go show him. You do not own half of this pond. How can you fill in half a pond? Or how can you fill in a third of a pond? Or 20 feet of a pond? How can you fill it in? What would that do? The dirt's all going to come on our side. You can't fill it in. That's just crazy. Oh my God. Anyhow, all right. Now, do I skip one? I think I skip a stitch here. Do I skip a stitch? Do I skip a stitch? We're doing singles, right? Well, we started with singles. Yes, we skip one. Okay. And then we should have 9. How come I only have 8? How come I only have 8? Oh, I'm supposed to have 8. 7, and then the last one makes 8. Okay, because I skipped one. No. See, it's just keeping track of the difference in this side 7, this side's 4. One row's single, one row's doubles. It's like, ay, ay, ay. Hello, Julie. All right, now we just did singles, so we're going to do half doubles, right? 1, and then 7. So for the last couple days, I've just been trying to get stuff ready for the craft show tomorrow. Getting stuff priced. All that good stuff. Getting it all packed up. I took out stuff, like crochet stuff. I took out anything that was Halloween, like ghosts and Frankensteins. And I took that stuff out because I'm not even going to take it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we're ready to waddle away. So I took that stuff out and put in all this Christmassy stuff I've been making. I mean, I had quite a few things. Not an overabundance. I don't have tons of stuff, but quite a few. And then I had a whole bag of Christmas diamond painting items, mainly those stand-up things. I think I told you guys, one of my friends gave me a bunch. So I found the bag of Christmas. So I'm telling Dale, we're going to take them all because I'm not sorting through everything. But start with the Christmas ones. Get all the Christmas ones out. And then if we have any more room, then you can put up other stuff. But get all these Christmas ones out. Get them all out, right? I'm taking my little small Christmas tree to hang ornaments on. So I needed hooks today. That was one of my missions today, was find hooks. I was hoping to find like some fancier hooks, but I only went to the Dollar Tree. So, I wasn't going to find any fancy hooks at the Dollar Tree. Now we're on half doubles. It's easy to remember after I get to the end with the 4 that I do 2 half doubles together and I need to finish with half doubles. And then I flip and I come around and I do singles. It's harder when I get to the other end to remember. What do I do at the other end? I forget. What were we doing when we get to the other end? Were we doing singles when we started? Or are we doing half doubles? I forget. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, a little bit of running around today. Went and got some breakfast. We both had breakfast. It was like 11 something after the ultrasound. We went and got breakfast. And then we went to the Dollar Tree, the post office. Had to drop off a package. November winter. Drop that off. And then the little town that we were in, it's another nearby town. It's where I went to elementary school. It's called Diamonddale. It's a cute little town. It's very small. Diamonddale is having like their hometown Christmas this weekend, craft shows. And I wanted to participate, but they're like 2 days. It's today and tomorrow. And I was already booked for tomorrow. So I couldn't do anything in Diamonddale, right? So they've got it's going to be like the one in Charlotte where they have businesses that have some spaces for crafters to come in. Like there's a restaurant, it's called Morning Lori's. Nice. So they're allowing businesses to come in. We started with singles. We're on singles. Singles on the long end. On the long end out, we do singles, if I could just remember that. Do I have enough? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip one? Did I skip one? Did I skip one? I don't remember. Did I skip it? Might have 7 or 8 on the way out. Yeah, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I always forget it's 8 because there's 7 in the back loop and 1 in both loops. Oh my goodness. Now we turn. We're coming back with what? You guys should know by now. What are we coming back with? Half doubles. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Should try to take 15 feet of our property, you guys. At 15 feet. Oh, shoot. I messed up that one. Okay. Right? Getting your hair done. Oh, my gosh. Right? Getting her hair done is like, I'm putting mine off a little bit this time. So it's a little bit, I normally go every 4 weeks to get my hair colored. But this time I'm going in 5 weeks so that it is a little bit closer to Christmas. So it's a little bit fresher for Christmas, I guess. So anyhow, I was like so confused. I'm like, why are we talking about Shannon's cat? How do you know about Shannon's cat? And I looked up and I'm like, oh, it's her profile picture. It's a cat. Okay. I'm slow. What can I say? I'm slow. So wish me luck tomorrow. This is a show I've been looking forward to. It's like, I wouldn't say at this point it's the biggest show I've done because I think either Leslie's Fall Festival or Grand Ledge's Fall Festival, the outdoors ones I did, those were probably the biggest with the most vendors. But this is one I've done for a while. I've done it the most, I would say. And I've done really well at it. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hoping I do well, that I really sell some stuff. Guys, I mean, I've been in the 120, 30, 40, 50 range for my sales, you know? I want at least 200. I mean, I want at least 200. Okay? If I don't top 200, I'm probably going to be fairly disappointed. But I don't know. We'll see. Wish me luck. Neighbors are great until they aren't. Yeah, I liked it when they just stayed over there and did their thing, and you hardly ever saw them. Hardly ever saw them because they didn't come out much. But then they went on this big kick of, and her husband's not like a well person. He's got, well, she wasn't either. I will say they were both really not doing well. She's the one that can't eat. I think I've told you guys that. She can't eat anything or drink anything. So she has like a feeding tube That's how she gets all of her nutrition, and she doesn't, I mean, last I know, she wasn't drinking even. Everything she gets is through the feeding tube. And she carries it around in a little backpack and her pump and all that. And she's outside mowing the lawn and doing this and doing that. And he's got like heart problems. And so he wasn't out doing much. He's a little better, so he's out a little more, and they've been redoing their house, redoing like siding on the front. They had to finish the roof, which never got finished. He was doing that. So once they both started feeling a little bit better, not that they're like super healthy, don't get me wrong, I don't think they're super healthy, but once they're feeling better, can do a little bit more, they've been out more doing all this stuff to their house and whatnot. Apparently now they're getting all weird about the property, I guess. I don't know. The thing with the chickens started a while back. She would send me pictures and she'd the chickens are over here. Okay, I'll come get them. Right? Not like you can't just walk up to them and shoo them home. No, they'll leave, but they will. They're just hens. I'm sure she's still freaked out thinking we have Chuck still and she's going to get attacked or something. But anyhow. Yeah. We've done, 5 yards? 5 yards? Downsizing. 5 yards. 5. All right, I'm confused. I know, right, Don? If you couldn't eat at all, don't you just want to eat sometimes? I mean, you want food, right? I remember, I think it was the first year we moved in here. She came over and she brought us like a big plate of cookies. I think her and some family members got together, did like that big baking day, and they made all these cookies. Brought us a great big old plate of cookies, which was very nice. After that, no. I don't know. What was I supposed to do? I mean, give her a gift because she brought me cookies? I don't know. Normally, everything's fine, but I think they've just been outside more, and she's got her little panties in a wad. The grandkids been over, and they don't like their side of the pond. I don't know. I really don't. Anyhow, yard sales. Okay. Gotcha. I was like, I've done 5 yards. What? Mowing? Landscaping? Yards. What are you doing with the yard? Oh, boy. Oh, goodness. All right, we're back to our waddle here. Let's waddle some more. Look at how fast this actually goes. If I just keep remembering, singles, half doubles. Which one am I doing? The middle's fine. Middle's always the same. What am I doing on the ends when I get to the ends? Right? What am I doing when I get to the ends? And if you remember, I have to remember, if I start with 7, okay, if I start with 7, I'm doing half doubles. If I start with 7, I'm doing half doubles. If I'm starting with 4, I'm starting with singles. Okay? Start with half doubles on the long end, singles on the short end. But then I forget when I get to the other end. What did I start with? What did I start with? And sometimes it's not that easy to tell the difference between a single crochet and a half double crochet, especially when it's in all these crazy colors, right? They kind of all blend together and it's really kind of hard to tell. I did that whole yard sale thing when I retired, got rid of my teaching stuff, or tried to get rid of most of it. I did get rid of a bunch of it. And then I ended up taking a bunch to our teacher store and gave it away. If you start with 7, it's half doubles. Yeah, it's not the beginning of the rounds. It's by the time I get to the other end of the round, I forget what I'd started with. Oh, goodness. What's anybody doing for the holidays? Anybody planning on doing shopping on Black Friday? Did I tell you guys I'm doing another? I did tell you, didn't I? I'm doing another show on Small Shop Saturday. I think I mentioned that. Maybe I mentioned it in my whipping chat too. But I squeezed that one in there. I really wanted to do that one because that is like my actual hometown where my address is, you know. My address is actually Charlotte, and the show is in Charlotte. So, you know what I did last night? I went to the yarn store because they were doing the Entrelac project finish party. And I didn't know what that meant. I've never really done like an event type thing like that with them before, so this was the first time. A make along. So I don't know what that meant. What happens when you go to the finish up party? I didn't know. Not much. I'll just say not much. You go and everybody sits there and chit chats and talks, and you take a project to work on, and then you go around the table and everybody shows their project and talks about it, and that's about it. So I mean, I went, you know, because I finished my project. Some people were still working on the project. One lady had done like 4 or 5. She was like cruising, you guys. It was like crazy how much she had done. But everything was beautiful, of course. I did the one project and I was happy to have that one project done, and I'm proud of it. And then I turned around and put a price tag on it and put it in my sale stuff. I sure did. Yep. So I didn't know if there was prizes, if there was food, snacks, how much of a party this was. Well, you know, it was just a gathering of people to show off what they did, pretty much. So anyhow, I did that. And it's always nice to go. It's one of those things I'm not comfortable with doing because I don't know people. I mean, I know the shop owner. I know her. Okay. I know the one other lady. I think her name is Jean or Jeannie. I don't know if it's Jean or Jeannie. But I kind of have met her a couple times now. I did mention it in my whipping chat. Okay, yeah. But going into a group of people that you don't know them, it's kind of a weird thing for me because, you know, they're a really tight little group. Like most of them all know each other. They hang out together. They come to like knit nights and just hang out and do stuff, you know. And I don't. So trying to, you know, bust into a group, I guess, you know, and it's not a comfortable thing for me. But I did it. I've done it a couple times now. It gets a little easier over time, you know what I mean? But still, it's not, you know, not an easy thing for me to do. Making friends is hard. You know, making friends is hard. That's all I got. How are you guys as far as that goes? Did I do 5 here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did not do 5. How come I haven't done 5? What did I do wrong here? How come I don't have 5 stitches here? What? I think I missed the very first one. I missed the very first one, you guys. What to do? I gotta do one right here. What in the world? 1. There. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now I need 5. Okay. And then, no, that was wrong. What am I doing? Folks, what am I doing here? Okay, hang on. There's my last stitch. I think I messed up myself because I didn't chain 1 there, and then I got all confused. Got all confabulated. After my live, I guess next on the agenda will be go downstairs and start moving everything from the back room towards the back door. Get everything ready to go out into the truck. We have to go sign up. No, we don't. We have to go set up at 7 tonight. So we'll probably have dinner first and stuff, and then we'll go set up. Wonder what's for dinner. You guys know what's for dinner? Age-old question. What's for dinner? We had pork chops in the crock pot with mushroom soup last night. We had steak one night. Did we have the burgers? Did we have the burgers one night? Those were the 3 things I remember having out in the refrigerator. So I don't know where we're standing now. There might be nothing in the refrigerator that's thawed. I don't know. Yes, I know. You would think that would be true. Teachers were with people all the time and talking and kids and all that. But go into a group of adults, especially a established group. It's an established group of people. You know, it was like the last 5 years of my teaching career, I had to change schools. I had to go to a different building. And when you go in, at first, I knew the principal. I had taught with her. I taught in the same building as her, so I knew her way back, like our first year. So when you start moving in to your room and whatnot, you see the principal, you see the secretary, and you get to know them and a few of the teachers. But the first time you see all the teachers is like that first, staff meeting, and you meet everybody, and it's kind of like, whoa, okay, I don't know these people. I knew one. I had taught with her before. I knew one. I didn't know anybody else, And so you go in and you're like the new person. You're the new person. And they're, again, an established group. And they were a tight group. Oh, let me tell you what, they were a tight group. And they were like, yes, ma'am, how high with the principal. I'm like, oh, really? Really? Even stuff that she's not supposed to be asking you to do. And you're just like, okay, sure. And I'm like, what? Why are you? Okay. Is she that powerful that you'll just do stuff that you're not contracted to do and think, okay, all right. But you walk into that first staff meeting and there they are, and you're like, oh, okay. Oh no. Sunny is on a Dreamer Designs. Like a recent one? Sherry, a recent one? Like my Sunny boy. He's such a funny boy. He's a good boy though. Oh, jeez, there he is. Oh, my, and a rat. Okay. And a rat. Oh, that's got to be a overseas one, right? Yep. Oh, boy. It's a Bridget Voth, of course. That is funny as all get out. That is Sunny right there. He's got that little white chin and little white under his neck. That's really the only white he has. He doesn't have white paws. No, he's, Nope, that's my boy. You're right. That's funny. I don't know how he got in the ocean. Hey, you know who's missing is Brenda. Where's Brenda? Oh, Brenda. Oh, Brenda. Where are you? She's always hanging out here. Not today. Not today, huh? And you know what picture I like? I'll show you one I like. I think this is gorgeous. It's a black swan and it's beautiful, isn't it? It's gorgeous. I'm not buying it because I'm not buying anything. Not buying anything. And I'm going to try not to buy anything on Black Friday. I'm not buying anything. But that is beautiful. It's beautiful. I love that one when I saw that. She's cute for a Hannah Lynn. She's cute. I like her a lot better because she's doing something. She's in a scene. I like the Hannah Lynn's where she's doing something, not just a big face. You know what I mean? But I'm not buying. And I'm going to try not to buy anything Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever they got going on. Unless if a Chuck Pinson happens to pop up, you know I'm going to have to get that. But I'm trying to not buy anything. Okay? That's my goal. That's my goal. That's my plan. Oh, is this that one that they've been showing on their cover page or whatnot? That witch girl. And then we have this. What is she? Is she... Oh, goodness. I don't understand this Yume art stuff, you guys. What is she? Is she a mermaid? And that's her skeletal stuff? Oh, sorry, someone's calling. That's her skeletal stuff under her fins, her fish bones? Is that what that is? I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't find that stuff appealing or attractive in any way, shape, or form. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do like this, though. I like that. Look at that. That's cute. That's a retro daisy turned into a bag. I like that. I can hardly wait until after the first of the year. Because after the first of the year, I am seriously going to just tinker around with stuff I want to do that has nothing to do with stuff I'm trying to sell. You know what I mean? Like, let me show you what I mean. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to make. A lot of things. One of the things I want to make, hang on, one moment. I'm going to crochet some socks. I'm going to crochet socks. Okay. I did that one pair and they didn't quite turn out right, but I am going to crochet socks and I'll show you the ones I think I want to make with some pretty fun variegated yarn is this pair right here. I think I want to make this pair of socks, right? A solid color and the variegated. I think I want to make those. So I want to make socks. That's one thing on my agenda to make for me, just for me. There's a lot of nice sock patterns in here. And then also out of this book, I made the cow. And the cow has never gone up for sale. The cow sits right over there on the filing cabinet, and I will not sell the cow. The cow is mine, okay? The cow took a lot of work, and it's adorable. So that's why the cow's not going anywhere. I would love to make the duck. Delilah the duck. Sorry. Look at Delilah. Isn't she adorable? I would love to make Delilah the duck because everybody in my family loves ducks. I love ducks. Devin is obsessed with ducks. We all like ducks. And the other one I must create, I'll show you, is, there's a lot of cute ones in here, but I must make Honey. Honey the horse. It's on my list to make. I need to make Honey. She's so stinking cute. So these are things that I'm not, thinking of selling. No, No inclination to sell them, just stuff I want to make for me. All right, now I've lost my way. Where am I? But that's what I want to do after the first of the year. It's just things for me. Oh, now the neighbor is texting me. Hi, Mindy. I do not have your husband's number. So will you please convey, based on his research, it looks like he is right and Randy must have been mistaken. Thanks for checking the measurements. Have a great holiday. Okay. I'm just going to say, okay. Wow. Really? Okay, wow. Hang on. Oh, Dale. Are you in here? Dale. Come see me when you're done. No, no. Okay. Well, see? You can't mess with facts, right? Can't mess with facts. Okay. When I start on the 7 side, what am I doing? What am I starting with? I got a text from the neighbor. I thought you'd like to know. He shouldn't have your number, so she'd like to convey, based on your research, it looks like he's right, and Randy must have been mistaken. Thanks for rechecking the measurements. Have a great holiday. Right? I know. There you go. Now you know. Oh, boy. Yep. That's all. Have a good day. Have a good day.
I'm going to go put my swimsuit on.
Are you going in the pond? Oh, no, you're not. Oh.
And to straighten it out, because it's too mucky out here, I'm going to log out a hole in the middle of winter, get longer stakes, and put stakes in through the ice. Wait till it melts, and move the fence.
Okay. You have fun with all of
Last
that.
time I was up to here.
I know. You have fun with all of that. Just, oh, goodness. All right. On our way back, what are we doing? Half doubles, right? When we start with 7, it's half doubles. Do you guys know this pattern yet? Do you know the pattern yet? Can you tell me the pattern? Oh. I'm getting close to being finished already, right? So Randy is the guy that built the place. He is the guy that built the house here. I don't know why he would have told her. Did he not look at his survey? I don't know. Well, he's the one who listed the house as 4 acres, right? And why nobody checked that when he told the realtor, that property is here, 4 acres. Did nobody ever check on that to begin with? So he was wrong about everything from the get-go, apparently. Their property next door is 3.5 too. We're both 3.5. 2 3.5 acre plots. I know, isn't that duck cute? But that's what I want to do after the first of the year is just kick back and just do things for me. Do things I want to do with no inclination of making things that will sell or craft shows or anything. I mean, for a good long while. I'm not planning on doing any craft shows until springtime. There are a few in spring, which are nice little shows, but yeah, no plans until February, March at least. We'll go with March. Now I might make a few things craft show wise, but there's just stuff. It's time to crochet for me. I have been. Like, I have picked up my Expression Fiber Arts again, the mystery year-long Crochet-A-Long, and I'm cruising. I'm cruising. I finished July. I'm on August. Yep, I'm on August. And I'm moving right along on August. It's a pretty simple pattern for August. Oh my gosh, June and July. Oh my gosh, June and July were, they were horrific. There were these diagonal things, and anyhow, I got through those. And now I'm on August, which is going quickly. And then I've got September, October. So I'm still far behind, but I would say I'm like getting caught up. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing more than a month in a month. If that makes any sense. Doing more than a month's worth in a month. So, and then I'm working on that blanket, the Sheepagee's blanket. That is work right there. I'm still on part 4, and I think they're on part 8. You know, I'm way behind on that, but it's okay. It is a true labor of love. It's cool. It's very cool, but it's work for sure. So, are you guys all busy working on something? You just sit there and listen to me blabber and listen to Dale come in and listen to our neighbor problems. And you're working on something? What are you working on? I can probably have this done relatively quickly. I mean, like, if I wanted to, I could take these probably to the sale. You know what I'm saying? I could probably take them to the sale. Singles. I finished with singles. Gosh, remind me. I finished with singles. On the long row, I finished with singles. Yeah, we're cruising along. Diamond painting. Thank you, Pam. Pam is diamond painting. Yeah. What's anybody else doing? I can't believe Dale's going to go in the pond. You guys, it is not warm out there. I wonder if the neighbor feels embarrassed now. Oh, Sherry's cleaning. Dale's been cleaning. Oh my gosh, he has been cleaning, and when he's cleaning, I mean he's like moving furniture cleaning. And taking stuff, like he took stuff off the top of the bookcase in here, and he took it all down and put it back up. And I don't like how he put it back up. I'm just saying. That is not how it was up there. And I don't like it the way he's got it. So I feel like I want to redo it. Right? And when Dale cleans, he moves stuff. He just moves it and doesn't necessarily move it back. And if he does move it back, he doesn't put it back, the way it was. I don't know. He was making a mess. He's getting ready to clean carpets when he's done playing outside. He's going to play outside first because it's fairly decent outside. It's going to get much colder, so he's taking advantage of the nicer weather that we're having today to do stuff outside. He has moved the duck coop. I have not even been out there since he played with the duck coop, you guys. He raised the duck coop up on some blocks. So he figured the rats wouldn't like to burrow and hide under it anymore. But while he was under there, he found 2 dead rats. So, poison that he had out, he would put it out at night when none of the other animals could get out there. So it worked. He found 2 dead ones, and just all kinds of runs and, trails and whatnot underneath the duck coop. I haven't even been out there. We've done 69. Wow, Pam. Wow, 69. They've done smaller things. I mean, I've done, if I'm talking like little things, like the special drill paintings and the stand-up things and all the things I do for Smash and the specials, I do about 25 or so each month that we do that. So that's 50. And then the rest of the year, it's like I get one big one done a month, maybe. But yeah, that's a lot. So lots of diamond painting. All right, you guys. Well, it is 3:30. I might just sit here and try to finish this up. Maybe. I mean, Dale's outside playing around. I know what I need to do. Before I do anything else, he bought more tulips. He bought more tulips. So I should run outside and throw those in the dirt real quick and be done with it. Throw them in the little planting box things and be done. Be done with tulips. And I also need to take a thermometer out to the shop and see what temperature my dahlia tubers are getting to be in that tote out in the shop. How cold are they getting? I should test that. If they get too cold, they're just going to freeze and they'll all be ruined. But they've been out there now for how long have they been out there? And it's definitely been cold at night. Definitely been cold. But I'm going to put a thermometer out there. All right. Okay, guys. Temperature. What is the temperature? I'll tell you just a second. What's our temperature? 48. See, not bad. 48. It's going to be 52 on Sunday. And it's going to be 55 on Monday, but it might rain on Monday. So, there you go. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to play around with this for a little while. I mean, look at how far I have weird stitches on my hook here, so let's see. I got ways to go yet. I got a ways to go, but we're getting there. Anyhow, so there you have it. All right, thanks for hanging out. Have a great Thanksgiving, you guys. I mean, if you come to my live on Saturday, you'll see me there. But, Thanksgiving is less than a week away, right? Less than a week. Yeah. So, just in case I don't see you or you don't see me or we don't, have the opportunity, I'll wish you a happy Thanksgiving now. 81. Well, 81 would be hot for me. I mean, I like 70s. 80s a little warm. But anyhow. All right. Have a great week, everybody. And I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye, you guys.